Welcome back to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Jason Yoss. I'm here today with Kurt Iuli-Kinsey. Kurt, good to have you in studio.
Thanks, Jason. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
We were talking a little bit about all things real estate backstage, but importantly, what do you got to have your sellers do before they list the property? Kurt, what's one of those things that you definitely have them do?
Well, I will tell you that it is not something that most sellers want to do, but I'm going to tell you why it's important. And I ask the sellers to do a home inspection prior to putting the home on the market.
Okay.
No one likes to take their car into the shop and go, just one little thing's wrong, and then they come back with this laundry list. Right. You're trying to come out with a number that makes sense to you for selling, and the last thing you want to do is get hit with a $15,000 request for repair.
Right.
So knowing what you've got going in, there might be some very simple fixes that to a buyer, it might be a big deal, but if you could just, it could be fixed very inexpensively and you do that prior, you eliminate a lot of the problems. The other thing is transparency. Right. So one of the things I do is I post that home inspection on the MLS as a sort of document. So we're putting it all out there. This is what you've got. You've got the termite inspection, the home inspection, and so you know exactly what you're getting. Now what that does is it makes you have a stronger offer to begin with, and you're not waffling 14, 15 days into the escrow with negotiation on the request for repairs.
Kurt, do you think it makes clients happier, especially buyers, when they see an inspection report maybe that they order that doesn't have a lot of red lines on it because all that stuff has already been taken care of?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And oftentimes, so the seller's inspection isn't intended to take place of the buyer's inspection.
Right.
But oftentimes you'll find that it is. So they're saying that this is a licensed inspector. Right. Their name is on the line too, so they're being honest with it. So it saves the buyer a few $100. Items are done and they feel comfortable.
Wow, what a great way to set a transaction up for success. And just some kind of pushback. Have you ever got any feedback where they didn't like it or it made things worse?
I haven't had it make it worse. I definitely had pushback. One, it costs $500-$600. Could be more if you've got a pool and spa. Right. So some sellers don't want to put that cash outlay, especially when a buyer still may be doing it. But the point of the matter is that they're going to save themselves a lot of, way more than that, in potential repairs. Right. So some of them are afraid that I don't want buyers to find this stuff out, but they're going to find out anyway.
They're going to get their
So you might as well put it out front, and then you know what you're dealing with. Right. It's like going and take your car in. I went in for an oil change, and all of a sudden I've got to put a new timing belt on and all these things. So you know what it is.
Kurt, I really appreciate the feedback. I think our potential sellers out there are going to love that information as a need to do before they list the property. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, we'll see you next week on Market Movers.